Hey guys, this is Shant with CK Collection and welcome to my channel. Today in LEGO Creativity we're gonna talk palm trees and how to be creative and make many variations of cool looking palm trees. Here are some parts that may come in handy. A 2x2 round brick with grill, a 2x2 round brick, an ordinary one, a 6L bar with a ring, a 3L bar, a palm top, a round plate with 4 arms, a cone 3x3 by 2, a 1x1 cone with a groove, an antenna, a flotation ring for minifigures, a sword leaf in green, lime and in dark tan, the prickly bush, a palm leaf, a small one and a large one, green or bright green, depending on how cartoony you want your palm trees to look. A rigid 3mm hose that comes in different lengths. I built 11 different kind of palm trees here, and instead of making a tutorial for one palm tree, I want to give you guys different techniques, and if you have any requests you can mention in the comment below. Maybe I'll make a tutorial or go more in depth, but this is kind of a summary of different kind of palm trees you could have, and some with vertical sword leaves, some with dead leaves still on the trunk, but not every palm tree has dead leaves. Actually, this is a fact. Some palm trees kind of clean themselves. They won't have the dead leaves lingering, so you don't need to necessarily put them on every single palm tree. Alright, so if we start with this one, look at the trunk. I used the pillar, the 1x6 pillars. The only downfall with this one is it kind of looks alright, but there's no rigid holes, so it could fall apart and break pretty easily. So if you're doing a mock and you want to have hundreds of trees, or maybe less, maybe more, you don't want them to be too delicate like this. Over here, if you can see, let me get a little closer, I used the plate, the 2x2 plate with the bars, the upright bars, and I pretty much clipped a sword leaf on each one of those, and then a couple of more on top, and 3 more on, can't remember if I used the longer bar or the 3L, but there's a bar there. Moving on to a shorter one, as you can see, you could vary the height to, kind of like in nature. You have palm trees and trees that come in different heights and shapes and forms. This one, I mean, some of them can have a whole bunch of leaves, and you'll have other palm trees like this one in the middle with only 2 leaves, and it kind of works. It's kind of works as long as you have that variety going on. It's not only one leaf, you still have a couple of leaves. For this one, we just used the bar and we clipped a couple of leaves onto the bar, and they're all horizontal. Actually, a little trick, guys, you could always tilt the sword leaf a little bit, and you could tilt it downward or upward, and it'll give your palm tree a little bit of a different look. As far as the lime green, this one, actually my niece made this one right here, and she added a plant leaf to it, and I kind of left it there just to have her mock. And you could see as she actually clipped it onto the rigid hose, and I think it's great. You can barely see it, so it still works. Just another idea. So same thing with this one. Both of these palm trees are built kind of the same way, and we're using the 1x1 cones, and these ones are not upside down, so you could connect them to the studs, to the base plate. But I do have one on the far left corner. Let me bring this a little bit closer. Let's turn this over. See, this trunk right here is the cones are upside down, so you do need an antenna to connect the trunk to the base plate at the bottom. Okay, I just destroyed my palm tree. Oops. I used the palm top for this one. I should have probably picked a different color, but I didn't have any other palm top colors on hand, so we use this one. Pretty much clip leaves onto the palm top, and most of them are horizontal, so this one is horizontal as well. This one is a round plate with bars, similar to the one we saw earlier. As far as these two over here, I used, you see this ring right here? That's a minifigure flotation ring, and they are absolutely awesome for vertical leaves. They just give you that extra effect, like kind of like the leaves are blowing in the wind. And we got some dead leaves there hanging at the bottom. Actually, this is a technique that I've seen on other YouTube videos, to have a prickly bush and kind of install it upside down. If you have a bar with a ring, you could just thread that through and continue building over it. We have another one over here, a shorter palm tree with upright leaves. These ones I kind of stuck onto each other. They are not wedged. Actually, I did not do any wedged leaves. That's another technique that can be applied. Again, over here we used the round plate with the bars, with the vertical bars. It makes the palm tree look a little wider, but if you only have a few like that, it's a pretty cool effect to have. I feel like even if you have some palm trees that look a little, I don't know, I guess off, if you mix them in with other palm trees, they kind of blend in. I mean, if you look at all the palm trees from here, it kind of just looks like a jungle. But then you zoom in and you see something cartoony like this. We're using the 3x3x2 cone at the bottom. This one does not have the rigid hose. It's just 2x2 round bricks. And the bright green palm leaves. So as you can see, it gives you a little more of a cartoony feel. It just depends on what you guys are going for. If you want that cartoony feel, then go right ahead. You could actually even thread those round bricks, and they'll be much more solid and won't break as easily if that's what you want to do. Over here, my jungle is falling apart. But you know what? I don't mind it falling apart. It just kind of shows you how rigid they are. The fact that we have these rigid 3mm hose, which are threaded through the cones, it definitely gives. I mean, these trees are ideal for mocks, because you can have a whole bunch. Even if they fall over, you can take them with you to a convention center and just, you know, install them back onto your base plate, and you're good. Alright, so this one right here, let me see if I could place it with one hand. Okay, we are using, I don't know if you guys can see it. Let me push this a little bit forward. Alright, we're using the 2x2 round brick with a grill, and that adds a little bit of texture to it. And we've stacked a couple of palm leaves. And again, it has a bit of a cartoony feel to it, but if you want your palm trees to look realistic, I'd say stick to the stick to the greens and the dark tan. As soon as you go, I mean, you could maybe mix in some lime. I don't think I'm gonna mix any. I don't think I'll have any lime colored leaves in my mock. If I do, maybe I'll use it for a plant. I don't know. I don't think I'll use it for palm trees. But anyway, that's just me. I think we pretty much summarized how most of these palm trees are built. Again, guys, I really want to simplify this and have you guys build your own creation. Don't be intimidated. Just if you have some of the pieces that I mentioned earlier, and my dog is sleeping over here. Oh, let's place them on top. Hopefully it doesn't break. There it is. No, he doesn't want to stay. Anyways, we'll just place him there. It's just a dog it's a wiener dog with extraordinary capabilities of climbing palm trees. So what was I saying? Yeah, if you guys have any questions, make sure to mention it down below. I will make more videos like this. I look forward to hearing from you guys. I will be reading the comments. This is Shant with CK Collection. Make sure to sub and like the video, and I'll see you in the next one.